The hidden dangers of traveling after 70. What every senior must know. Traveling can be one of life's greatest joys. It offers the opportunity to see new places, experience different cultures, and make lasting memories. For seniors over 70, however, travel comes with distinct challenges that many may not immediately recognize. While younger travelers might not think twice about taking a long flight or navigating a busy city, seniors often face health, physical, and emotional risks that can turn their dream vacation into a difficult and sometimes dangerous journey. In this video, we will explore the 5 major risks that come with traveling after 70. From unexpected health issues to financial pitfalls, we'll cover everything you need to consider when planning your next trip. By the end of this video, you'll have a thorough understanding of the challenges seniors face while traveling and what you can do to stay safe. The last reason on our list is particularly eye-opening and one that many seniors overlook. Yet it's a major cause of lost time, money, and peace of mind during travel. Stay with us until the end to learn more. 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. As we grow older, the risk of encountering health problems increases. This becomes even more pressing when traveling, as unfamiliar surroundings can amplify the seriousness of medical issues. When you're at home, you likely have a trusted doctor, a known medical system, and a network of healthcare professionals at your disposal. But when you're abroad or traveling far from home, the availability of quality healthcare can be limited. In addition, many seniors are already managing pre-existing health conditions, such as heart disease, arthritis, or diabetes, all of which may worsen with travel. Common health risks for seniors while traveling. Heart disease. Long flights or road trips can increase the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, also known as blood clots. For seniors with heart disease, long periods of sitting without moving can be particularly dangerous. Respiratory problems. High altitudes, particularly on long flights or mountainous destinations, can strain the heart and lungs, making travel risky for individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions such as asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Dehydration and heat exhaustion. Seniors are more susceptible to dehydration and heat exhaustion, especially in unfamiliar or warmer climates. These issues can exacerbate fatigue and lead to more serious health concerns. Infections. Due to a weakened immune system, seniors are more prone to infections, whether bacterial or viral. Infections such as pneumonia, flu, and urinary tract infections, UTIs, can be severe and harder to treat in foreign countries. For example, consider Margaret, a 72-year-old woman who always dreamed of visiting Paris. She and her husband, Walter, had planned the trip for months. On their second day in Paris, Margaret suddenly developed a sharp pain in her chest and difficulty breathing. Walter rushed her to a nearby hospital, where they learned that Margaret was experiencing heart failure due to a pre-existing condition. What was supposed to be a peaceful vacation turned into a stressful, life-threatening situation. Fortunately, she received timely medical attention, but the experience left her exhausted and worried about future travels. What can you do to protect yourself? Consult with your doctor. Before any trip, especially if you have existing health concerns, schedule a visit with your doctor for a complete health assessment. Discuss any potential risks and ensure that your doctor is aware of your travel plans. Health insurance. Make sure your regular insurance covers medical care abroad. If it doesn't, purchase comprehensive travel insurance that includes coverage for medical emergencies and evacuation if needed. Carry your medications. Bring a sufficient supply of all necessary medications, including copies of prescriptions. If traveling abroad, Research how to refill prescriptions at your destination. Emergency plan. Know the locations of nearby hospitals and emergency facilities at your destination. Consider learning a few key phrases in the local language to communicate in case of an emergency. 2. Increased exposure to infections and contaminants. Another overlooked risk for seniors is the increased exposure to germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. Traveling exposes seniors to a wide range of potentially harmful bacteria, viruses, and other contaminants that their immune systems may not be able to fight off as effectively as younger individuals. How infections spread. Airports and planes. Airports are crowded spaces where people from all over the world converge, making them a breeding ground for germs. Airplanes have limited ventilation, and with passengers sitting in close proximity, airborne illnesses like the flu can spread quickly. Public transportation. Whether it's a bus, subway, or train, public transport exposes seniors to germs that are difficult to avoid. Handrails, seats, and even elevator buttons can harbor harmful bacteria. Restaurants and water safety. Foreign destinations often have different standards of hygiene and food safety. What may be considered clean and safe at home might not be the same abroad. Contaminated food or water can cause severe illnesses like E. coli, salmonella, and norovirus. The case of Peter and Doris. Peter and Doris, a couple in their late 70s, traveled to India for a cultural tour. They had always enjoyed trying new foods, but in an unfamiliar place, their immune systems were not prepared for the local bacteria. After eating some street food, Doris developed severe food poisoning that required hospitalization for dehydration. The experience took a significant toll on both of them, and they had to cut their trip short, disappointed and weary. What can you do to protect yourself? Hand hygiene. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. This simple habit can help reduce the spread of germs. Drink bottled water. When traveling abroad, avoid tap water, which may contain harmful bacteria. Opt for bottled or purified water to reduce the risk of stomach issues. Vaccinations. Ensure you've received all necessary vaccinations for the destination you plan to visit. Common vaccines for travelers include hepatitis A, typhoid, and the flu vaccine. Avoid raw foods. Stick to well-cooked meals and avoid raw salads, unpeeled fruits, or ice made from tap water. 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Seniors are more likely to experience physical exhaustion while traveling. The physical toll of traveling, whether it's long flights, hours of walking, or managing jet lag, can leave seniors feeling drained. Unlike younger travelers, who can usually recover after a good night's sleep, older adults may find that the effects of fatigue last much longer. Challenges to sleep and recovery. Sleep disruptions. Traveling to different time zones can disrupt your circadian rhythm, making it harder to get a restful sleep. In unfamiliar hotel rooms, noisy environments, or busy itineraries, getting quality sleep becomes even more difficult. Jet lag. Seniors often experience longer recovery times from jet lag, making it harder to adjust to new time zones. This lingering fatigue can last days, making the trip less enjoyable. A physical strain. Long flights or extended car rides can lead to stiffness and muscle aches. The physical strain of carrying luggage, walking for miles on sightseeing tours, and navigating airports can cause discomfort that lingers for days. Example of Judy. Judy, a 73-year-old retired teacher, had planned a 3-week trip to Japan. Although she was excited, she didn't realize how much the long flight and jet lag would affect her. After the flight, She struggled to stay awake during the days and found herself too tired to enjoy the sights she had dreamed of. By the time she adjusted, it was almost time to return home, and she was left feeling more exhausted than when she started. What can you do to minimize travel fatigue? Take breaks. Plan plenty of rest days during your trip. Don't try to fill every day with back-to-back activities. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can worsen fatigue, so make sure to drink plenty of water throughout your journey. Sleep aids. If jet lag is a problem, consider using sleep aids that your doctor recommends to help you adjust to new time zones more quickly. Avoid overscheduling. When booking your trip, ensure that you don't overbook activities. Prioritize relaxation and enjoyment over seeing everything in a short period. 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. Falls become a major concern as we age, and they are even more hazardous when traveling in unfamiliar locations. Seniors have a greater risk of falling due to declines in balance, reflexes, and bone density. Hotels, airports, and tourist destinations often present hazards such as uneven floors, dimly lit areas, and slippery surfaces. Real-life example of William, a 78-year-old man who had been a regular traveler for years, experienced a fall while walking through an ancient Roman ruin during a vacation in Italy. The cobblestone streets, although historic, were uneven and poorly lit at night. He lost his balance and fell, injuring his leg. What was meant to be an adventure turned into a painful reminder that traveling requires extra care and awareness, especially when it comes to mobility. What can you do to prevent falls? Choose accessible destinations. Pick destinations that offer good accessibility, especially for seniors. Ensure that your accommodations are equipped with handrails, ramps, and elevators. Wear proper footwear. Avoid high heels or shoes that lack support. Wear comfortable, non-slip shoes that provide good support for your feet and ankles. Use mobility aids. Consider using a cane or walking stick for added stability, especially when navigating unfamiliar or uneven terrain. 5. Travel insurance and financial risks. Many seniors don't realize the financial risks associated with traveling. While they might assume their regular health insurance or personal savings will cover travel-related issues, that's not always the case. Unexpected medical expenses, trip cancellations, and scams can deplete savings faster than anticipated. Examples of financial risk: medical care abroad. Seniors who are not covered by international health insurance could be forced to pay out of pocket for medical treatments abroad. Trip cancellations. Seniors who book trips months in advance may face the risk of illness or other unforeseen circumstances that require them to cancel. Without travel insurance, they could lose the entire cost of the trip. Scams. Seniors are frequent targets of fraudsters who exploit travelers with scams like fake hotel bookings, taxi overcharging, and fraudulent vacation deals. What can you do to minimize financial risk? A travel insurance. Ensure you have comprehensive travel insurance that covers both medical emergencies and trip cancellations. Scam awareness. Be cautious when booking vacations, especially online. Avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Financial protection. Carry minimal cash and rely on credit or debit cards for most payments. Always be vigilant about who has access to your personal financial information. Traveling after 70 can be an exciting and enriching experience, but it's important to acknowledge the challenges that come with it. By taking proactive steps to protect your health, safety, and finances, you can enjoy your trips with greater peace of mind. Whether you're planning a local getaway or an international adventure, always consider the risks involved and plan accordingly. By following the tips outlined in this video, you can ensure that your travels remain memorable for the right reasons. Safe travels. Let me know if you'd like any further elaboration or adjustments